Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So apparently there's a developer who's working for Cliffhanger Games, I believe the studio is. They're under EA or EA owns them. You know what I mean. They're basically like one of their studios that they develop games for, which EA publishes. Now, this woman who leads the team, she's an African American woman, black woman. I don't know how you'd want to identify her. I don't know how she chooses to identify. Not really my business or my concern. Regardless, she has apparently chosen to hire no white employees at her game development studio, which, sounds a bit problematic, and I am one of those people that I do believe racism can come from any angle, any perspective, any race, any gender, any sex, any whatever. Whoever you are, you have the potential to be racist, and you have the potential to not be racist. So let's take a look at this video today, and let's have a discussion down in the comments, because I can't stand things like this. Like, I'm a biracial person. I'm a half white man, half black man. That is who I am, that's what I am, and I identify as both. Let's get to this video. Let's have a discussion down in the comments. But yeah, let's jump into it.
I have a team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me.
Now, that's not true. You can be safe in any environment with trustable, likable people that all respect your boundaries and respect who you are as an individual, and they respect themselves enough to not be, an asshole in public to someone who doesn't deserve it. Okay, so I understand the whole idea of wanting to make a safe space for you and your employees and making sure you're all secure, whatever. Safe spaces are a lie, let's be honest. There's never truly a safe space because you never know what someone's truly harboring in their own heart or mind. So what they might present to you here at work or while they're hanging out with you might not be how they act or think at home, but that's beyond this point of conversation. It's just that's my thoughts on safe places or safe spaces. And when it comes to just trying to hire nothing but, I'm assuming, I don't know if she just hired like black people or if she means like brown people or people of melanin, as I've heard some people call it. I don't know. You gotta let me know on that one. That just sounds exceptionally problematic and essentially racism in the terms of excluding other people based off of their race, which she sounds and, as it would seem, claims to have done to keep her team safe.
White people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something made okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while they're trying to make a game that they love.
Microaggressions. Okay, hold on. White people cause microaggressions, or they have a lot of microaggressions. They think something's okay, but then it wasn't. What is a microaggression by definition? Microaggression, a statement, action, or incident regarded as an instance of indirect, subtle, or unintentional discrimination against members of a marginalized group such as a racial or ethnic minority. Okay, so it would have helped if she gave any form of, example of what that microaggression would be or what, like, she's experienced, which isn't to even say that you should completely exclude a whole race of people from not working at your studio or specifically picking them out and saying, no, these ones won't do, not because of their skill or their personality or something like that, something that actually might cause friction between the workplace, but because of a presumed possibility that they might do something abrasive. Not even that they have, not that it's a serious concern, not that it's something that has to be handled through the court of law and not like normal human beings can handle most social situations. No, she has to call them microaggressions and then exclude a whole group of people based off of their race, like African Americans had done, and Chinese and Japanese and Vietnamese, and, also Indian, Palestinian, Israeli, all these people all across the world. We've all experienced, we've all discrimination. We've all experienced discrimination across this world at one point or another. Culturally, we've all had it. I don't know who at this point couldn't cause a microaggression against another culture or a group of people. Like, for for God's sakes, like, if any idiot, it's not just white people that are racist. There are racists all across this planet. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you, but the white people in my life, and I come from the South originally, like, they didn't give a shit. They had their predetermined misconceptions about a race or something. Like, when I was a child, I was told, oh, you're black, so you won't be able to swim. Okay, fuck me then. I'm here in a swimming class, and you're basically telling me I'm gonna drown, but okay. This right here, anyone can do a microaggression. Any slight wording, any miswording of yourself, any poor verbiage, you just having an off day could be enough for them to warrant it being a microaggression. But from the way it sounds, she wants to make it look like only, white people can do that. And again, let's take a look at this. Let's just one more time.
And that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something made it okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while they're trying to make a game that they love.
How is what she's doing not a microaggression? How is it not the same? That's the thing I don't get about all this. It's like, you're gonna try to act like you're gonna be all inclusionary and taking care of your team and making things secure and safe and comfortable so you can all make a really cool, great game that you love and have passion for. But then you're out here actively being a bigot or discriminating against a group of people who could possibly add a lot to your game. It has to do with the Marvel Universe. It's Black Panther. You'd think, the comic book community that, let's be real, for the largest bulk of time and probably still today in mass is mostly a white group. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love comics. I do. But I wasn't introduced to them by the black community that I was a part of. I was introduced to them by my white friends when I was in middle school. It's like, same thing with manga. It wasn't my white friends, but it was my Japanese friend that he came over and he was going to school with us because it's like it was a little exchange program, I guess. I don't know. All I knew is he was from Japan and he introduced me to manga, and that was awesome, and that shit changed my life. But this is still a simple matter of, those are the people that introduced it to me. And even with that in mind, them being of their respective race or whatever, that doesn't even particularly matter. They were just two separate people that had a passion for this specific medium of content, or this media that was, this visual medium. There we go. And it's like, cool. I didn't think once or question once about their race, their gender, their identity, their placement in this world. I was like, oh, this person wants to show me something cool. And I still take that energy with me today. But it sounds like someone like this, they just want to get caught up on all the microaggressive bullshit instead of actually paying attention to what's real and in her face and actually happening to her regularly. And even if microaggressions are happening regularly, what happened to the day where we could all, control our own emotions and have a gauge on ourselves and be like, you know what? This isn't even worth that. This isn't that big of a problem. We're going to move past it. And if we don't, I'll deal with it then. But I'm not going to make a huge thing out of it because it's like the Barbara Streisand effect. She opened her mouth about something that probably very few people, except for who she said it on the call to or on the stream to, really cared. And then it just blew up because it's like, well, you let somebody know you cared and it sounded racist. Now everybody cares, or at least a lot of people care. But yeah, I don't know. This sounds stupid. This sounds like essentially racism, but with more steps and trying to hide it behind some kind of veil of, safe space, when it's just excluding people based off of their race and potentially their gender. I'm not sure about that one. It just sounds like madness, and no wonder she's getting flamed for it on social media. No wonder that people would want to call her out on this, even if it is libs of TikTok, which I'm not a big fan of, but let's be real. Even I'm with them on this. Anyway, folks, hope you have yourselves a great day. I'll see you in the next one, and let me know down in the comments what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. Do all the cool stuff if you want. I really appreciate it. Have yourselves a good one.